Hey guys, this is me, Coach Ellard, again with another one of our Film Friday installments. Today we're talking about our second run concept. Last week we talked about the inside zone. You can see that video. It's posted on Schoology. It's also on YouTube. I'll make sure to get both of those up on Twitter later today. But today we're going to talk about a power concept, which was a really big concept for us last year. Running it, we averaged about 6 yards per carry. Looking at our totals for the year out of all of our run plays, this was a big one that we ran. We ran it when we ran the football, about 40% of our run plays were power plays. And it was really, really big time success for us. So we're going to have a couple tweaks to it this year. Not much is really going to change. It's really just going to be about some play calling and some game planning type stuff. But we're also going to talk about some tags like we discussed with Inside Zone. If you have any questions as the video goes on, remember you can pause at any time. You can shoot me a message on Twitter. You can shoot me a message on Schoology. Shoot me a text, whatever you need as you're watching this video. But here we go. So again, power is going to be one of those kind of hang your hat on type of plays. This is smash mouth kind of football. We're going to run it right at you. Again, it's a downhill running scheme. Like I said, this was kind of something that we wound up hanging our head on last year, and if it winds up being the same this year, I'm fine with that because it's a downhill. It's in your face. We're going to get physical. It's a natural progression off of how we're going to run our zone this year. So really, when we're teaching zone, we're also going to be teaching power. There's only really one or two things that change with it. And quite honestly, I was almost thinking about making this concept just a tag off of our zone. But I think the concept is different enough that it should be its own play. The tag system again is going to allow us to have multiple different plays off of one look. For us, it's going to look like a lot of different plays for the defense. Again, easy reads for the running back, easy key reads for the quarterback, and easy reads for the offensive line. We're trying to just be good. A lot of people can say, you want to be good at a lot of different things. We want to be great at a few things and figure out what we're gonna use to beat our opponent, and that's kind of the mentality we're going into this year. So a play call. So in last year we got kind of real complicated, I think, with our verbiage on this. If you remember, we had kind of power left, power right. We had Pedro, we had Pablo. We had all these different kind of verbiage that got a little bit carried away with some of our play calls, and I'm definitely trying to make an effort. So power to the right is going to be 2. All right, power to the left is going to be 3. So again, just like with our zone, anything even is going to go to the right, anything odd is going to go to the left. And then we're going to get into our tags. Our book tag is just like our book tag on zone. We're going to talk about our dart tag, lock, key, and block. And those are, again, whenever we tag something, only really one or two people's assignment is going to change. If we're going to change any more of those assignments, that means that we're going to wind up having a new play call. And that's kind of where we got into having power, because I felt having the skip pull is something completely different than our zone, and that's really going to be changing the dynamic, and we needed a new play call. All right. So basically, what's going to happen on our power? Our center is going to have what we're going to call down block on the backside tackle, and that should be a relatively easy block. Most of the time, that backside tackle is going to be on an outside shade of our center, which is going to allow for a nice, easy block, a good seal block there. Our play side guard and our play side tackle is going to get a good double team, same kind of double team we're going to get in a zone, and they're going to go up to our backside linebacker. They're going to be searching him out. If he takes himself out of the play, they're just going to keep searching upfield, keep hunting for another bad color to go find. Our backside guard is going to pull to the play side linebacker. So that means if we're going 2, that means we're going to go to the right. That means the left guard is going to skip pull. And conversely, if we're going 3, that means our right guard is going to skip pull. The back is going to have a kick out block on our defensive end. All right, should be a relatively simple, straightforward block there. And again, this is going to allow us to take that run straight ahead right at the defense. So let's look at a sample play call here. All right, this is going to be trick W2. Trick is going to tell us we got twins right. W is going to tell our H-back you are going to be in a sniffer position to the weak side, so you are going to the left. And the 2 tells us that everybody is blocking power to the right. And you can kind of see that natural progression of our blocking scheme. Look at our center. That's a pretty good angle for a down block there. We're going to have a double team on the tackle, which is allow us to get movement, at least not allow pressure to come in, and get that person pressed up into that middle linebacker. Our guard is going to skip pull, all right, around the nose tackle or around the center and up to the play side backer. We're going to work on that a lot. I was watching a lot of film, and we kind of got out of sorts on this. So we're going to be really, really working that skip pull. It's not technically a real pull, and we may just call it skip, just so that kind of we can kind of differentiate between a pull and a skip pull. All right. We're going to have the H, nice little kick out block there on the end. And then on the backside tackle, I didn't really talk about this early in the video, we're going to have a hinge block there on either the end or the kind of outside linebacker. Big thing there, if that's going to be our B gap, you cannot let anybody cross your face. And when we were real successful on this play, that was the big key. Front side, we were pretty good at this all year. And when most times we ran this, we were getting 6, 7, 8 yard gains. When we got that 2 yard or back of the line of scrimmage type gain is when we really didn't take care of that backside and we allowed penetration into that B gap. And we're going to be working a lot on that play or that part of the play. So that's just basic power. All right, we can run it out of every formation that we have in our playbook, and really kind of we can use motion, we can use all sorts of different stuff to dress it up, but that's the basics of our play. I know the right and left are messed up in there, but that's okay. All right. So our book tag. What our book tag is going to do, just like our zone, is going to, that means a slightly different